My name is Brendan McDermott. I'm a senior solutions architect at Lenovo. The bread and butter of StorMagic and SVSAN has always been retail. So we have lots of customers who have retail locations, grocers, clothing companies, whomever, who are looking to find a way to protect that data and provide better uptime. So, they're the traditional best case customer. However, things are changing now, and we're seeing more and more providers try to do stuff around like manufacturing and supporting those workloads to provide greater uptime and availability too. And it all kind of falls under the idea of digital transformation, which we've all been talking about for a very long time now. But it's like making new and modern applications distributed and self-aware and adaptive. And StorMagic is a great platform for that because you can, at a very attractive cost, supply an infrastructure that will handle those workloads. Nothing wrong with VMware or Microsoft. There are certainly other players that do similar things, but from a cost perspective and in guaranteeing what people want to do, SVSAN is very good. I'd say that it just works. It's easy to deploy. Customers want something that's not going to be incredibly cumbersome. So SVSAN does that, right? It works on known technology. You're relying on Windows or Ubuntu underneath to kind of provide that operating system support, and that provides flexibility too, right? So there is some customer choice. It's not like you're locking them into a proprietary hypervisor or something else under the covers that they may not like. I recall a large retail deployment, and it went extremely well because, like I mentioned earlier, it is easy to deploy, right? You don't need 6 or 7 days of professional services and people with wrenches and things like adjusting and modifying and trying to make it work. No, you lay down an operating system, you lay the software on top of it. Much of it is scriptable and easy to just automate. And then the deployment goes well, and then you rinse and repeat, right? Like these are usually instances where you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, either a retail location or manufacturing or something back office. So the fact that you can replicate the results simply makes it great. Everything needs care and feeding in life, right? Like you own a car, you have a refrigerator, you have a house, you have things that are tools that help you live your life and do what you want to do. Infrastructure and technology is no different, right? Like if you have a server, if you have some software, whatever it needs, it needs something to keep going. When I deal with HX and VX and other Think Agile solutions, they're extremely good, extremely good. But they provide incredible levels of customability and support. And that's not always needed, right? Like if you have a small, simple thing that you're just looking to do over and over again, it's not overly complicated, and that makes it easy to sell. The licensing model is very much the same way, right? Like, are you doing perpetual or subscription, right? Are you looking at the capacity or the cluster size? What kind of maintenance do you need and for what term? That's it, right? There aren't a million SKUs. There aren't 1,000 different things you have to worry about in terms of like, oh, these little options or whatever it may be. So from the configuration aspect, not a million things to worry about, right? You just put it together. The licensing's the same way, not hard to figure out, just deploy what you have to, and really that's it.